Welcome back, third year. So, lockdown portrait finished. We're going to be moving on to something new for the next little while. And it's involving faces again and involving your face again, you'll be glad to know. But I suppose you could take a photograph of someone in your family if you wanted to. But basically, we're going to be looking at the idea of distortion. And I want you to, first of all, have a very quick introduction, having a look at this artist's work, MC Escher, who you might recognise. A Dutch graphic artist who made amazing graphic prints and drawings of mind-bending situations that don't appear to be possibly real. So if you have a look at this one, you can see stairs, people going up the stairs, down the stairs. You know, nothing is making sense. Look him up. I think the best thing to do is type up MC Escher, Mauritius Cornelius his name was, and get an idea for what his work was like. Puzzles, and he was very, very interested in mathematics. He was a mathematician. A lot of people think that if you're really good at art, then you're perhaps not the best at maths, or the other way around. I know that's true for me. Maths was always something I found very difficult. But Escher was a real mathematician, and he was very interested in space and how things work together in space in a kind of mathematical way. So look at what we've got here. Geese going one way, geese going the other way, and then the shapes in between turning into the fields. It's really interesting stuff. But mainly, I want to show you his distortion. The problem is that I could just go on forever looking at his work. Look at this. Hands, drawing hand, drawing hand, drawing hand. That's kind of cool. So there you go. Mauritius Cornelius Escher is the guy we're going to look at for a bit of inspiration. And this particular picture of him looking into a globe is what we're going to look at. And I'm going to get you to try to distort your own face. Okay, so I've got some pictures here of his work. That one there particularly is the one I want us to use as inspiration. Imagine you had a silver or a chrome sphere and you could look into it and then you could capture that image. The way everything is distorted around that sphere is really interesting. Okay, and his face in here is actually quite small. Everything else is quite big. I want you to see if you can try to make your face as big as possible, because it will just make it easier for you to draw, I think. And then I was looking online at other pieces of artwork created by other students. Mostly, okay, probably kids that are perhaps older than you, but I just thought it was quite inspirational. There's a really nice drawing there of someone looking in a spoon. Really beautiful tonal contrast. What makes that work is how black it is either side of the face and how pure white it is in the middle, or how pale it is with the shadows around the eyes and all these beautiful folds in this scarf that she's wearing. She's got a really interesting background as well, the way this bookcase is going away behind her. This one involving a hand actually holding the spoon. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want. This girl's actually holding what looks like a Christmas bauble. Now, this is way, way high quality. I mean, it's the sort of thing that would take you weeks and weeks to do for dozens of hours a week. I'm not expecting this kind of quality. It's just to show you the kinds of artwork that's been done before with this kind of theme. There's another interesting one of holding the spoon. You can see the thumb's reflection and then the arm. And then, you know, the idea could be taken further. I'm thinking I want you guys getting used to how things, you know, develop up the school. So if you were coming back for 4th year or 5th year, how could you make an interesting solution to a project out of this theme? So here we've got a face being reflected in the spoon, being held by a hand with another portrait behind, and painting, you know, it's been painted, you know, rather than drawn. Really, really interesting. And then this beautiful coloured pencil one, look at that. So really interesting hot colours. All right, so here's my attempts at trying to make some photographs. It's actually quite difficult. You're looking into a spoon and then trying to take a photograph, because you can see there's me holding my phone. It's maybe best if you can try and get somebody else to take the photograph for you while you're looking in the various metallic objects, you know, to try and make it work. That one I've ramped up the colours, I've cropped it down, put strong colours in it, strong lights and darks. That would be really good to make a coloured pencil drawing of. Imagine it was this kind of drawing, really sharp, beautiful coloured pencils with these colours. Look at the blues here, greens and so on. Black and white if you just want to do tonal. Now, this was me looking in the side of a saucepan. You're going to have to experiment. That was a round bottom saucepan. Same for that one. And then this is a tap. Actually, no, that's a tap. This the flat surface of a tap. You can just see the chain. And there's another one there. That's a saucepan again. And there's a saucepan. So you've got so much you can do here with all these amazing reflections with a really sharp pencil. So your first task, this first video, is all about asking you to go away and try, first thing, try and take a distorted photograph of yourself. How do we do that? My camera's in the way. You know, ooh, it's quite interesting. All right, so there's a saucepan lid. There's a spoon. Looking in a spoon, see if I can find my face. Where am I? It's actually really difficult. Can you see me in there? It's really hard to use a spoon, especially since spoons are quite dull usually. But, you know, muck around. Can you get a decent picture? Obviously, this isn't working very well because my camera is being held up and it's in the way. Yeah, but you might get the idea. And then the side of the saucepan. Can you drag your face out and make really sort of bizarre formations with your face? Quite difficult for me to show you, okay? But you just need to experiment and try and snap. I took about 30 pictures, yeah? And I'll get someone else to take the pictures for you, possibly. Okay, so that is your first task. And then once you've taken a bunch of pictures, then crop them, edit them, get the tones really nice and contrasting, make the face as sharp as you can. And then that's what we're going to draw. And it can be lead pencil, if you want it to be just tonal lead pencil, or it can be coloured pencil. Or if you really want to, you could try something like this in just a biro pen, a writing pen, and I can show you a little demo on that in the second video. Okay, so off you go and take some cool photos.